Let me tell you about the tough situation that Lonzo Ball, the former number 2 overall pick and versatile point guard of the Chicago Bulls, is currently facing. Imagine having all the talent, work ethic and expectations to achieve your dream, only to be let down by your body or doctors. It would suck, right? Well, unfortunately that's the case for Lonzo, who just received his worst injury update yet. But here's the thing, Lonzo is not giving up. He's trying to do the unthinkable. And we have to talk about it. Despite his setback, Lonzo has become a source of inspiration for his resilience and determination. He's not letting this injury define him, and he's doing everything he can to come back stronger than ever. But if you're wondering how Zoe is going to fight back, then stick around to the end of the video and witness what's called an unbreakable spirit. With that said, let's get started. Before Lonzo became an NBA player, he was already making waves in the league because of how his father endorsed him. Even back in high school, he had a massive following for his incredible on-court talent. He joined UCLA. The nation began to take notice of his exceptional skills as a player. Lonzo has come a long way since then, and his drive to overcome his current challenge is a testament to his character. After 1 year at UCLA, Lonzo was drafted by the Lakers as the second pick in 2017 NBA draft. There was a ton of hype around him, with many people comparing him to Hall of Fame players like Jason Kidd and Magic Johnson. I was definitely excited about Lonzo's potential, but I also knew that becoming great takes time and that everyone's path to greatness looks kinda different. In his rookie season with the Lakers, Lonzo wowed fans with his court vision and passing abilities. He averaged 7.2 assists per game, showing that he had a natural talent for setting up his teammates. However, he also struggled with shooting, which frustrated some fans. He shot just 36% from the field and 30.5% from downtown, which are not great numbers. Personally, I feel that people were being a bit too hard on Lonzo. He was just a rookie, and it takes time to adjust to the NBA game. Plus, Lonzo's strengths as a passer and playmaker were still evident, even if his shooting wasn't quite there yet. I think it's important to be patient with young players like Lonzo and give them time to develop their skills. Lonzo Ball's rookie season with the Lakers was a mix of impressive court vision and frustrating shooting struggles. While some fans were disappointed with his shooting numbers, I think it's important to remember that Lonzo was just starting out in NBA and had plenty of room to grow. I vividly remember the excitement that surrounded Lonzo Ball when Magic Johnson drafted him as a second overall pick in 2017. Magic declared that Lonzo's jersey would hang in the rafters, and Lakers fans believed that the team was finally back. But as Lonzo stepped into the spotlight, his supportive dad was out touring the media circuit, and players like Patrick Beverley and John Wall were targeting him on the court. Back in 2017, these guys were no joke, and Lonzo was just a 19-year-old kid who had been handed the keys to one of the most successful franchises in NBA history. Things only got tougher for Lonzo in his second year when the Lakers acquired LeBron James. The pressure to perform was real, and Lonzo struggled with injuries, particularly in his lower body. And let's not forget that unorthodox jump shot that helped him draw comparisons to Steph Curry in college. But unfortunately, that same jump shot would ultimately hold him back from reaching his full potential. However, Lonzo found a new home in New Orleans, where he continued to show flashes of greatness alongside young stars, Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson. The alley-oops to Zion were a highlight, but it wasn't until he landed in Chicago that everything finally clicked. As a Pelicans fan, I can confidently say that the Bulls needed a player like Lonzo, a true point guard, playmaker, spacer and defender capable of taking on the opposing team's best player. He became the glue that held the Bulls' pieces together, leading them to the top seed in Eastern Conferences. It is amazing to think about how well Lonzo was shooting the ball for the Chicago Bulls before his injury. He was taking 7.4 three-pointers per game and hitting 42.3% of them, which is better than some of the biggest names in shooting, like Steph Curry, who finished the season shooting 38% from downtown. Lonzo was definitely on a hot streak, but unfortunately, we haven't seen him play since the 14th of January 2022. It's been well over a year since Lonzo has been able to run, cut or jump without feeling pain in his knee. It's a huge concern for the Bulls and Lonzo fans, as he was such an important part of the team's success. What's even more confusing is that there has been a lot of uncertainty surrounding his injury. The Bulls themselves didn't even know why he was still experiencing pain, and neither did Lonzo's camp or the 6+ doctors that he had gotten options. It's a really frustrating situation for everyone involved, especially Lonzo, who had worked so hard to get to where he was before his injury. I hope that he's able to recover fully and get back to doing what he loves on the court. It looks like he's going to miss the entire 2023 to 2024 NBA season because he's scheduled to undergo a cartilage transplant. The Athletic Shams' Shania broke the news on Twitter, explaining that the procedure could be the key to getting Lonzo back on the court. This is really tough news for Lonzo and his fans, as it would be the second consecutive season that he's had to miss due to injury. Back in September 2022, before the start of the 2023 NBA season, Lonzo gave an update on his condition in an interview. He explained that he was experiencing a lot of pain in his knee and wasn't able to run or jump, which is obviously a huge issue for a professional basketball player. It's never easy to see a player have to sit out an entire season due to injury, but hopefully this cartilage transplant will give Lonzo the relief he needs to get back into the game he loves. Unfortunately, the Chicago Bulls announced that Lonzo will be out for the entire 2022 to 2023 NBA season due to ongoing discomfort during high-level basketball activities. Lonzo had been making progress in terms of strength and function, but it seems that he still needs a little bit more time to fully recover. Despite the setback, Lonzo is staying positive and focused on returning to the court in the 2023-2024 season. Recently, it was announced that Lonzo will need a third surgery, which is expected to cost him the entire upcoming season. While this news might seem discouraging, there is optimism within Lonzo's camp that this surgery will be the key to reviving his career. In fact, Lonzo is aiming to become the first NBA player to return from cartilage transplant surgery. It's clear that Lonzo has been dealt some certainly tough cards, but he's determined to overcome his latest setback and become stronger than ever. Recently, Paul George expressed his concern about his injury and how he doesn't want to see it take away his career. He also had an interesting take on why players in today's game are getting injured more often despite resting more. He thinks that the teams don't really practice and aren't getting enough physical activity. When you add in the fact that many young players have been playing an insane amount of basketball from a young age thanks to the AAU system, it's not surprising that injuries are becoming more common. I remember playing 3 or 4 games a day as a kid and not thinking anything of it. Speaking of injuries, it's interesting to note that both Lonzo and his brother LaMelo have had ankle injuries. And that's all for now. We hope you enjoyed it and gained some new insights into these exciting NBA matchups. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more NBA content and analysis. Until next time, keep following your favourite teams and players, and we'll see you in the next video.